So, Angela Mao versus Dolph Lundgren. Lady Kung Fu taking on Ivan Drago himself. This deep dive is going to be wild.
Right. It's speed versus strength, finesse versus raw power. It really makes it think.
Exactly. So we've got Angela Mao, queen of 70s martial arts films, known for her speed, precision, and those Hapkido and Taekwondo skills.
And on the other side, we've got Dolph, a giant of a man. He's got the size, the reach, and the background in karate and professional fighting. This isn't something you want to mess with.
No kidding. So where do we even start with a matchup like this? I mean, their styles are so different.
Well, the source material we've got really highlights Mao's agility. They talk about how fast she was, how precise her strikes were. She was known for taking on and taking down guys twice her size.
Yeah, I was checking out some of her fight scenes earlier. It's incredible. The way she moves is like lightning in a bottle.
It is. And you can see the Hapkido influence there. It's all about using your opponent's momentum against them, finding those weak points. Someone like Lundgren, with his size, might not even see it coming.
But then there's the whole size difference. Lundgren is like, what, 6'5"? Can speed really overcome that kind of power?
That's the big question, isn't it? Lundgren's size and reach would be a huge advantage in a fight. It'd be tough for Mao to get close enough to land a clean shot.
Plus, we haven't even talked about Lundgren's experience in the ring. It's got to give him a different kind of edge.
Absolutely. Boxing, karate, he's been there, done that.
Yeah.
That means knowing how to take a hit, how to wear your opponent down.
So how would that play out against someone as fast and agile as Mao? Would he even be able to land a punch?
Well, that's where her agility comes in. If she can avoid those big haymakers, she might be able to tire him out and make him chase her.
So it could turn into a battle of endurance.
Potentially. Could Mao outlast Lundgren? It's tough to say. He's known for being able to absorb a lot of punishment.
Yeah, the source material actually talks about that, about how much he can take. But what about Mao? I mean, we're talking about a woman who built her career on taking on guys twice her size.
That's a good point. We haven't talked about her pain tolerance or resilience. Those are huge factors too. It's not just about physical strength, it's about mental toughness.
Exactly. That willpower to keep going, to take a hit and get back up. How much of a role do you think that would play in the fight?
It's hard to say. It's almost impossible to quantify that kind of thing. But you can bet that both fighters would be bringing that inner strength to the table.
No doubt about it. So to bring this back to our listeners, what are your final thoughts on this clash of styles?
Well, it's one of those matchups where there's no easy answer. It would depend on so many factors. Strategy, timing, who had that fire in their belly.
Maybe that's what makes it so fascinating to think about. It's that what-if factor.
Exactly.
Well, there you have it, folks. Speed versus size, agility versus raw power. It's a tough one to call, but we want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments what you think would be the deciding factor in a showdown between Angela Mao and Dolph Lundgren. Who wins in your book?